Hello guys, I hope you're all doing great. Welcome to another YouTube video, and in this one I'm going to be breaking down how you can sign clients towards your high ticket offer without running ads, purely organic. Okay? Now, one of the biggest mistakes which I see, beginner coaches or beginner creators make who are making under 10k per month is they try to rush into ads too quickly, or they feel like ads is going to be the magic formula that's going to magically help them get to 10k per month and beyond. Okay, and I'm going to show you that that's not the case at all, and there is much more important things which you need to have in place before you start running ads. And I'll also show you the exact strategies which I used to generate over $400,000 in revenue last year with my coaching business without running any ads. My client Pasha as well went from making around 1 to 2k per month to hitting a 24k a month, and that was all organic as well, no ads. Aiden went from $200 a month to hitting a 20k a month within 4 months, again all organic, just following the process which I'm going to show you guys. And Ed as well went from completely zero to 5 figures a month within 3 months, again completely organic without running any ads. So these are just a couple of examples from my results and my client results to show you guys that you really don't need to run ads to get high ticket clients in this market where organic is so powerful. Okay, so let me show you guys why you shouldn't be running ads if you're making under 10k per month. So first of all, if you do want to get into ads, in order for ads to actually be effective and for you to collect enough data for it to be worth the money, you need to be spending at least $50 to $100 per day. And that's going to equal out to anywhere from about 1.5 to 3k per month if you do that, right? And in this stage of your business, when you're making under 10k per month, this kind of money can be allocated in better areas of your business, such as hiring more talent for your business, automating certain tasks, investing in softwares, investing in yourself, courses, mentors to increase your knowledge. These are all things that are going to bring you a much higher ROI than spending money on ads in this stage of your business. Okay. And if you do run ads way too quickly, or you decide to scale your business way too quickly, then your back end can easily collapse. So it's much better to scale slow with organic. And then, once you're making maybe 30, 40, 50k and you want to scale to 100k per month, then by all means, ads is probably the way to go. But if you're making under 10k per month, then ads is really not the best way to scale your business. Okay. You need a proof of concept with organic first so that you know even what kind of creatives to be running with ads once it gets to that point. And with organic, your cost per client is going to be much lower. So it's going to be easier for you to scale. And it's going to let you have just more room for potential error. If you are making 10k per month, you're going to make a lot of mistakes in order to break past that number. And just by scaling organically, scaling slower, scaling more steady, is going to help you just have more room for error. So it's not going to cost you as much in your business. And ideally, before you run ads, you want to be having a sales team by that point. So if you're under 10k per month, you probably don't have a setter, you probably don't have a closer, you're probably still taking everything yourself. So it's going to be very difficult for you to be running ads, doing the marketing, doing content, doing fulfillment, taking calls, setting, etc., while spending money on ads, right? That's basically a recipe for disaster, and your back end systems and everything is going to collapse if you scale way too quickly. So that's why I believe you shouldn't be running ads if you are making under 10k per month. Now, this framework over here is more than enough for you to scale to 10 to 30k per month. Okay. And if you can't scale to 10 to 30k per month using organic, then it means there's something wrong in your business. Whether that's your offer, whether that's your content, whether that's your messaging system, whether that's your sales, whether that's your team, whether that's your backend systems, one of those 6 things is probably wrong if you can't scale to 10 to 30k per month with just organic. Okay. So I'm going to go through exactly how you can scale to these kind of numbers following this simple 4-step system. So first up is going to be organic content. Okay, so instead of running ads, we want to be just leveraging organic content. More specifically on Instagram, I believe that is the most powerful platform for organic content, especially if you want to get a lot of attention in a short time period while also maintaining high quality attention, people who will actually buy from you in the future. So the very first thing you want to do is actually generate attention by leveraging Instagram theme pages. Okay, if you don't know what Instagram theme page is basically a page where you repost viral content around a specific niche or around a specific topic where you don't have to show yourself, and it's just a lot more easier to go viral since you're just reposting viral clips, right? So here are 2 examples of 2 of my theme pages. So just these 2 alone have a combined network of around 500k followers, and you can see just with these 2 pages alone, I did around 9.3 million views in 30 days over here, and I did about 12.6 million views in 30 days on this brand. So overall, I basically reached around 20 million people with these 2 theme pages. Now, I want you to ask yourself, how much money would you have to be spending on ads in order for you to get the same kind of reach, right? you're going to be spending probably tens, if not hundreds of thousands to be reaching 20 million people. But with Instagram theme pages, you can reach these kind of numbers for very, very cheap, right? And at the same time, you're basically growing your own brand, you're growing your own network as well. So these are just two of my theme pages, right? Currently, I do have a network of over 1 million followers across my theme pages, which I'm actively using, actively growing in order to help me generate attention. And the reason why Instagram theme pages are so powerful, especially when it comes to growing your coaching business as well, is number one, it's much easier to go viral. Like I said, you're going to just be reposting viral content in a specific niche, a specific topic, which is already going viral. So if you just repost it, add your own branding, it's basically easier for you to go viral rather than building a personal brand from scratch. You can automate a theme page anywhere from $150 to $250 per month. So literally right now I'm spending around $150 per month to $250 per month to manage these pages. I've got a team running them for me, so I don't spend any time on them, and they can still bring me these kind of attention. So that's why at the start I did say that you can allocate your budget better in other areas, such as this, for example. Just spending $150, $250 per month to get someone to run your Instagram theme pages for you, rather than spending $50 to $100 a day on ads. So yeah, that's very powerful, very cheap, and it can bring you this kind of attention. And all of this attention you can actually redirect to your personal brand, which we're going to show you guys in a second. But that is the powerful thing about Instagram theme pages as well. Right now you can see I've basically got my personal brand attached to the bio here. So every single month, probably around like 1 to 5% of this total audience will get redirected into my personal brand. And that's where I can nurture them further, which we'll get into in a second. You can essentially give yourself unlimited shoutouts for free. So as you're growing these theme pages, whenever you want, really, you can just repost your personal brand on your stories, or you can give yourself a promo feed, whatever you want. Basically, as your pages keep growing, you can do that whenever you want. So it's going to be a lot cheaper for you to promote yourself in front of a larger audience. As you're growing these theme pages, it's always going to rise in value. So if you ever do, want to sell your pages and cash in for some profit, you can always do that. For example, these two pages here are easily worth, altogether like 5 figures. So if at any point I do want to sell them, I can cash in for a nice check. And like I said, it's going to be much cheaper than running ads, with more eyeballs going towards your page. And also, just by having numerous pages, it's going to allow you to actually have more outreach volume. Right now, Instagram are even more strict with the daily action that you can take on your account. So you can only really send out maybe 40 to 50 outreaches per day on each account. And by having the theme pages, you can basically just increase that volume of outreach every day. So, instead of having 50, let's say, on your personal brand that you can do per day, let's say you've got 5 theme pages plus a personal brand, you can basically go up to like 250 outreaches per day, which is going to just help you scale a lot quicker. Okay. So once you generate all of this attention with theme pages, which I recommend that you guys all do, especially if you are a beginner, then you want to just redirect this attention into your personal brand. And here is where you actually start nurturing your audience more, right? So the theme pages is just generating attention, in a specific topic, a specific niche, which is somewhat linked to your personal brand. So for example, for me, I'm selling something, helping people make money online. So my theme pages are, like business, motivation, over here, introverted hustlers, etc. And then I redirect, a small percentage of people every month from these theme pages into my personal brand, where I then nurture them further. And I actually show them a bit more about what I do, how I can help them, and I actually produce content which is more specific towards my offer. Okay, so with your personal brand, here is where you want to just nurture your audience, with daily reels, daily posts, daily stories. You want to document a journey, you want to share your transformation, you want to show your results, show your client results, your testimonials, spread value every day, use CTAs, like once or twice a week on your stories, to get people to message you. And then you can also show some lifestyle, some day in the lives, so people can relate to you and just resonate with you on a closer level. Okay, so yeah, all of this attention that you're getting from the theme pages, you've redirected to a personal brand. Here you nurture them with more offer specific and niche specific content, and then you want to redirect these leads into an organic funnel. Okay, and this organic funnel is going to help you nurture your leads even further, and it's going to basically help you book appointments on autopilot. Once you build it, it can get you a crazy ROI. You can differentiate yourself from competitors a lot easier because, you've got like a 5, 10, 15-minute video where you can really show more about yourself, your transformation, your client results, etc. High quality leads have the ability to book a call with you right away. So instead of going through a whole messaging sequence, or instead of like searching or messaging you, trying to book a call with you, they can literally just click on this funnel, watch a video, and just book a call with you right away. It helps you leverage organic content perfectly. All you need to do is just add a CTA at the end of the content that you have, and they can get redirected into this funnel. It's the simplest and easiest funnel to set up. It's literally a two-step funnel, very easy to set up. And like I said, it can bring you a crazy ROI. It helps you generate leads at the lowest cost possible. And once you set it up once, it keeps printing. Okay. Now, I actually made a full video on how you can create this funnel for yourself. So if you do want to watch that after this video, then feel free to do so. That goes into much more detail on exactly how you can create this funnel for yourself. But just to give you guys a bit of context now, this funnel here, probably, I probably invested a couple $100 to set this up. I paid a web designer to do this for me. I created a 10-minute video, and this one funnel alone, helped me generate multiple six figures alone. Okay, so I definitely recommend that you guys check that video out after this one. And this is very important as part of this framework to really leverage organic content. Okay, so yeah, redirect leads into this funnel, and then as you're doing that, you also want to be doing outreach. Okay, so just content alone, just this funnel alone is not going to be enough for you to hit those consistent 10 to 30K months. You need to be outreach, you need to be messaging, you need to be communicating with your ideal clients on a daily basis. Okay. So as I said before, the limit on one account is around 50, about 40 to 50 messages per day. So the more accounts you have, the more you can stretch that limit. And yeah, you want to be messaging all of your potential leads. Okay. So inbound leads from CTAs, freebie leads, likes and comments, store reviewers, poll voters, 1 degree of separation. So if you find someone from your network, go into their following, go into their likes, go into their comments. Okay, hashtags, explore page, suggested for you pages, keyword search. These are all places that you can find potential leads for your offer. Okay, and you need to be having daily conversations in the inbox. At the start, if you're still a solopreneur, you want to be doing this yourself. But as you scale to a couple thousand, 5K per month, you want to be hiring a setter, an appointment setter that's going to be doing all of this for you, because how many conversations you have every single day is essentially going to determine how many calls you book per day as well. And of course, the more book calls you get, the more sales you can get. So you can't ignore outreach. A lot of people want to ignore the hard part, because I know outreach can be pretty difficult. But it needs to be done if you want to book more calls. Okay, so you need to be messaging all of your potential leads. And I actually do have a whole appointment setting playbook where I include all of my scripts, all of the scripts which my clients use to nurture leads, to reach out to leads, the freebie script. So, redirecting people from the funnel into a book call. So if you do want that script, just comment the word script under this video, and I can just get that sent over to you. Or alternatively, go onto my Instagram at CEO Victor and just DM me the word script. I can send it to you there as well. That's going to help you a lot with understanding exactly how to approach, messaging all of these leads. And then last but not least is going to be automation. Okay, so this is the final step of the puzzle. So all of this stuff you should be doing yourself at the very start, depending on, of course, at what level you're at. But if you want to scale with volume, the only way to do so is going to be by automating. And automation comes with hiring team members. Okay, so this is going to be hiring appointment setters, content creators, and account managers. Those are like the first 3 hires that you need to make if you want to scale to those 10 to 30K months. Because as I said, there's only so much you can do as a one-man team. There's only 24 hours in a day. And if you do want to scale further, you're going to reach a limit as to how much you can do as a solopreneur. So you need to basically hire people if you want to scale further. And as the business owner, if you do want to scale, you need to be focused on the tasks which will actually help you move the needle in your business. Okay? If you're stuck under a certain number every month and you're just sitting there, still creating content, still posting content, still messaging everyone, then that's probably why you're stuck at a certain level. Okay? Because like I said, there's only so much time in the day, and you as the business owner need to be focused on the tasks that will move the needle forward. And all of the maintenance tasks, which you can easily outsource, you need to get outsourced as soon as possible if you want to scale. Okay? And just by having these team members in place, it's going to allow you to scale with more volume. It's going to let you have more messages per day, more content, more pages, and the more inputs equals higher outputs. So if you can start outsourcing, start hiring team members, you can basically have higher outputs. Okay? So that is the simple 5-step framework. Okay, this is all you guys need to scale to multiple 5 figures per month. You don't need to be running ads. Okay, that's the biggest misconception on the market. This alone can easily help you scale to multiple 5 figures per month. And then, of course, if you do want to scale even beyond that, then ads is also a great way to do so. Okay, so I don't want to sit here and say that ads are not good at all, because they can be good. But like I said, if you are making under 10K per month as a coach or creator, you shouldn't even be thinking about ads yet. Okay, you need to have all of these things in place first. And once you have all of these things in place, you're making 5 figures per month, then you can think about ads. And if you do want my personal help with setting up this whole framework for yourself and for your own business and achieve similar results to myself and my clients and a lot more clients, which you can see on my Instagram highlights, then feel free to click the link below this video where you can book a quick call with me and my team and we can discuss how we can potentially help you. Now, we don't get paid unless we help you scale, so it's completely risk-free on your end. So if you are interested, then feel free to click the link below, book a quick call. And if not, then just drop a subscribe, drop a like, and I'm going to be posting more and more valuable videos like this to help you guys as much as I can for free. Okay? So other than that, guys, hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.